Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, E-Unit, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Mav, bringing you to yet another list video. This list video probably going to be the last one I ever do on this GOAT debate because I'm getting tired of it. And I'm here to prove by this guy will never eclipse this guy. 5 reasons why MJ is by himself in the GOAT conversation. And 5 reasons why LeBron can't eclipse him. I don't care who is a stan of LeBron. I don't care who stans Jordan. Neither of these players are my favorite player of all time. My favorite player of all time is Kevin Garnett. But I will defer and accept Michael Jordan as one of one in the GOAT conversation. And LeBron, he's definitely top 10 dead or alive. I'm not going to just shit on his accomplishments or his legacy, like that. Apparently, to bronzexuals, though, shitting on his legacy means not putting him above Jordan. Well, I'm here to prove that you could like both players and still pick one over the other. But like I said, LeBron, he's in my top 10 dead or alive for NBA players. He's in my top 10 dead or alive. And I don't get why LeBron fans can't accept that. Or casuals of them can't accept that. You know what I mean? But we're going to dive into these reasons. I'm going to blitz through these and then I'm going to reveal the rest of my what my top 10 list looks like. Reason number 5 why LeBron can't eclipse Jordan is because LeBron is the turnover king. I've said this in my Kobe video. I'm going to say it here because how can you be the greatest player of all time if you always somewhere turning over the ball? The name of the game is to put the ball into the basket, not give the ball away to the other team. Come on. Let me see. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't see Michael Jordan's a name anywhere on this 20 list. Like, that goes to show Michael didn't turn over the ball like that. You know what I'm saying? 5th reason Michael Jordan will be alone in the GOAT conversation. He has the record for the most scoring titles in NBA history with 10. Reason why? His game on all 3 levels was on point. And I say all 3 despite him, not shooting so many threes. He still could make them at a high level. If you don't believe me, watch the 92 finals against the Blazers. He still could make them at a very high level. Plus, MJ never averaged below 29.5 points per game in a playoffs, man. He never averaged below 29 in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? And he has the record for most point per game average in the playoffs of 43 in a single playoff, and most points per game averages in the playoffs for an entire career. With I think 35 points per game. So yeah, man. When it comes to putting the ball in the hoop, nobody could do it better than Mike. 4th reason why LeBron can't eclipse Jordan is that he was not loyal to the team that drafted him. He won all the championships, won all 4 of his championships with 4 different organizations, with 3 different organizations. He won back-to-back with Miami, went back to Cleveland, got his ring there, didn't stay. He didn't stay at all. Went to LA and got his bubble ring, okay? For some, this is 3 rings and a Mickey Mouse hat. For me, all rings count or none of them do. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, you got Michael Jordan over here. 4th reason why he stands alone in the debate is that Mike got all 6 of his rings as a Bull, the team that drafted him. He didn't have to hop to another team for a while and then come back and get rings with the team that drafted him. No, he stayed and stayed the course, remained loyal, accepted the process, went through all the hardships. Even with Pippen on the team, he was still losing. He didn't care. He's staying on the team. You know what I'm saying? He was staying on team and developing himself, you know what I'm saying? And, working on all his mechanics, making sure that he was strong and durable enough to make it through. And once he got over the hump, he took the league and almost never gave it back. You know what I'm saying? I say almost because he retired. And after the season, his dad got shot and killed. After his dad was murdered. And then he came back like a year and a half later and was rusty. So, yeah, I mean, by the time he got back, he used to be playing in the league, he was taking the NBA by storm again. And he didn't give it back for 3 more years. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at all that. Third reason why LeBron can't eclipse Michael Jordan. Third reason. LeBron isn't known in the finals where everything counts. We're not talking about first round. We're not talking about semis. We're not talking about conference finals. We're talking about league finals. We're talking NBA finals. LeBron is not known for taking the big shots in the NBA finals. He's known for deferring to teammates like Ray Allen here. You know what I'm saying? And this was like right after LeBron tried to take it and he missed. He missed. A lot of people forgot that it was LeBron's miss and Bosh's rebound that set this up. If this don't happen, LeBron doesn't get go back-to-back. He doesn't even have a three-peat. He just went back-to-back once. And in the 2016 finals, everybody wants to bring up the block. The block was great, but there was still time left, and it didn't really decide the game. You know who decided the game in the series? It was Kyrie Irving. It was Kyrie freaking Irving. You know what I'm saying? I remember this play way more than I remember the block because Kyrie was just dancing with Curry, taking advantage of his piss poor defense. He just slid to the side and just banged it in his face. Did LeBron do this? No. Meanwhile, what's Jordan known for? Amazing shots like this. And before you say, it was an offensive foul, they just didn't want to call it. But the way Brian Russell was exerting force on defense like that, you would have thought that he got actually crossed up. And that it didn't even look like Jordan really pushed him that hard. He just love tapped him. But even then, his momentum would have sent them going that way anyway, and Jordan would have drilled that big shot. You know what I'm saying? And then even like a year before that, he was drilling clutch shots in the 97 finals with the flu against the same Jazz team. If you can't tell me that's greatness, I don't know how to explain this, bro. And then like a lot of people want to bring up John Paxson and Steve Kerr bailed him out too. But we got to pay attention to context. In this shot and in this shot, LeBron was one game away from failing to win a championship. In the Paxson and Kerr shots, and even in this shot, this was to clinch a championship. To, while the opponent is down, seal the deal, get it done. When John Paxson hit his shot, Jordan and them was already up, you know what I'm saying, already up on 3 games. When Kerr hit his shot, they was already up on 3 games. You know what I'm saying? So, it wasn't to save Jordan from elimination. No. It was to end the series with him on top and his teammates on top. Furthermore, those shots that Kyrie and Ray Allen hit were to save LeBron from elimination. Okay? They were mere seconds away from getting eliminated. And mind you, Jordan never needed a finals to go to Game 7. This shot sent the finals to the Game 7. This shot was in Game 7. You know what I'm saying? Reason number 3 for why Jordan stands alone as the GOAT. He's the only player in NBA history to win a scoring championship and a Defensive Player of the Year in the same year. And that has never happened since. Until somebody can do that, I don't think we could argue, that Jordan is at number 1. Reason number 2 for why LeBron can't eclipse Jordan as the all-time GOAT. LeBron LeBron worsens his all-star teammates' production. Because look at Chris Bosh's stats while he's alongside LeBron, without LeBron, before he even joined LeBron. Look at Chris Bosh's stats here. 20 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, 2.2 assists, and 500-some games for the Raptors. And then compare that to what Chris Bosh did when he joined Miami. Points per game, down to 18. Rebounds, down to 7.3. Assists, down to 1.8 in 304 games. So, this whole narrative of LeBron making his teammates better, I question that highly, because it seems like to me his high-end teammates were better off without him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the teams that they were on weren't all that great. I'll give them that, but these guys had to, you know what I'm saying, diminish and defer to LeBron. The same thing happened with Kevin Love here. And me being a Timberwolves fan, I know. Look at K-Love's stats before he joined up with LeBron, and look at afterward. They got a championship with LeBron, though. Yeah, but they were better off without LeBron, because they were the guys carrying their franchises on their back. They had to go bananas. You know what I'm saying? LeBron knew what they could do as an opportunist, so that's why he joined up with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If LeBron didn't know that the Heat was grabbing Bosh, LeBron would have went there anyway to form up with him and D-Wade? And then if the Cavaliers didn't trade Andrew Wiggins over there, would LeBron even go to Cleveland, back to Cleveland to play with him and Kyrie? Look at that. 19.5 points. Down to 15 points. 12 rebounds to 9 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? Assists stay roughly the same, but even then, bro, like, K-Love went from averaging 26 per game. You know what I'm saying? Averaging 26 per game. Down to 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just gradually got worse. On the flip side, when the Bulls drafted Pippen and Horace Grant, their stats got better playing with Jordan. Because remember, the Bulls culture at the time they were drafted, you know what I'm saying, was heavily revered around Michael's drive to win. You know what I'm saying? Everything from, you know, his philosophies to Phil Jackson's philosophy and introducing the triangle offense. You know what I'm saying? That Bulls culture was centered around winning and improving. You know what I'm saying? Another big hint on how Jordan influenced the culture of the Bulls is that he would fight teammates like Steve Kerr for them to get better. And they did. You know what I'm saying? He would go one-on-one with Scotty, you know, during scrimmages where Jordan leads his team of 4 other guys and Scotty would lead his team of 4 other guys, and they would just have battles and practice. You know what I'm saying? In the Bulls system, you had to get better. You had to get better in order for everyone to be satisfied. You had to get better. You couldn't just take a dip and coast. You know what I'm saying? Reason number 2 for why Jordan stand alone. It was because of him that the greatest team of all time is the 72-10 Chicago Bulls. And sorry to say, Bron Sexuals, but Golden State was not the greatest team of all time. The 2016 Warriors were not the greatest team of all time. Not at all. Reason why? There's 2. Number 1, Golden State lost 3 more games than the 96 Bulls. Golden State lost 3 more games. Okay? In the playoffs. We talking about playoffs. We not talking about regular season. Regular season, that's great and all, but what really counts is when you get inside the playoffs and when you get to the championship. Getting to the championship matters. And in order to do that, you got to go through the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? They won the same amount of games, okay? Same amount of games. But Golden State lost way more games. Not just because of LeBron, no. They wasn't sweeping everybody on their way to the finals either. They lost a couple games even before LeBron. You know what I'm saying? The Bulls only lost 3 games before winning the championship. 96 Bulls. Because they know that it doesn't mean a thing without the ring. 72-10 don't mean a thing without the ring. And neither does 73-9. Neither does 73-9. Okay? Are we clear? Number one reason why LeBron won't eclipse Jordan. He's not even better than Kobe Bryant. And Kobe Bryant was the closest thing to Michael Jordan that my generation has witnessed. Growing up in the 2000s, okay? Growing up in the 2000s, you know, Kobe was the only guy that played relatively damn near a carbon copy of Michael Jordan. The only difference is Kobe took a lot of unnecessary shots. Kobe took a lot of unnecessary shots that Michael would have never took. But even then, you still had the fear of them going in. But nah, man. And if you want a full breakdown on why Kobe Bryant is still better than LeBron, I might link my video in the description down below. But I'm not gonna spam you on why LeBron's not even better than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? If you wonder, I got Kobe on my list. Wait till the end. But he's definitely above LeBron for sure. For sure. Jordan. The number one reason why he's the GOAT. Nobody else has accomplished this feat in a single season ever. And not only did he do it once, he did it 4 times. All-NBA defensive first team, check. Regular season MVP, check. All-star selection, check. Scoring champion, check. All-NBA first team selection, check. NBA champion, check. Finals MVP, check. All in the same season. He did it 4 times. 1991, 1992, 1996, 1998. Until somebody else can do this like this more times, ain't no other GOAT, man. Ain't no other GOAT. Ain't no other GOAT. Case closed. And I didn't even mention how Michael went undefeated in the finals, where it counts the most. But don't worry. If y'all need a little salt to go on top of all of this, I got the bonus reasons right here for you. Bonus reasons. Michael Jordan's cultural impact is highly, damn near insurmountable. Because worldwide, everybody knows about Mike. You know what I'm saying? Everything from the Space Jam to the shoes, man. Dude, no NBA superstar popularized their own shoe like Michael Jordan has. Without Michael Jordan, there's no such thing as NBA players getting contracts with shoes to get a signature shoe. There's no such thing as that without Michael Jordan popularizing that, man. And then think about it. There are people who literally kill people for Jordans these days, man. Still killing people over Jordans. You know what I mean? I might wipe my nose. I was about to sneeze. Another big reason, you know what I'm saying, why his cultural impact is insurmountable, because he made people that normally never would watch basketball watch basketball. That's another thing. The NBA was at its peak ratings when Michael Jordan was in his prime and playing, because he was that amazing to look at. Everything from his 2 dunk contest wins to, you know, him getting over the Pistons finally, to the Game 6 shot in 1998. And then even between that, the flu game, going up against Sean Kemp, beating Charles Barkley, you know what I'm saying, who was the league MVP at that time. You know what I'm saying? Stripping Karl Malone, you know what I mean? Anyway, no Diddy on that one. Another reason. LeBron's stats don't equate to much wins. He can have all the stats he wants, but if you're not winning with those stats, do they mean anything? Let's stop kidding ourselves. And one big reason, not only is Jordan a better leader, but he takes accountability for why his team failed. Because this was right after he lost to the Detroit Pistons in the 1990 playoffs. Like, he lost to the Pistons. You know what I'm saying? And instead of running to, you know what I'm saying, a high-end contender like the Knicks or the Reggie Miller Pacers, or going to the other conference to try to, you know, jettison his way and slime his way to a championship, he got in the lab. This is him and his trainer. He put on 15 pounds worth of muscle after this incident. Because, remember, the Bulls ran into a team with a high-end strategy to stop Michael Jordan from dominating the air. The Pistons coach was like, look, when Jordan gets in the air, everybody clamp him in the air. Everybody join him in order to beat him down. And it worked. For the time being, it worked. But Jordan knew he had to put on all that muscle to max out his durability, so that way he can withstand those strong hits he took in the midst of him going to the air. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knew, you know what I'm saying, how deep Jordan's bag was around this time. Everybody knew. You know what I'm saying? The Pistons did that because they feared Jordan. You know what I mean? The Jordan rules. Can we say the same for LeBron? Not really. Because look, this is LeBron being guarded by Paul Pierce here in the photo in 2010 Eastern Conference Semifinals. A series which he blew a 2-1 lead in, but I'm not going to dive deep into that. What happened here is that he ran into a team with a better strategy to stop him, and he couldn't adjust. Unlike Michael Jordan, he didn't get in the lab, you know what I'm saying, like that to improve his game to where he could be a high-level threat like Michael Jordan was. All the Celtics did the same thing the 07 Spurs did, the same thing the same thing the 09 Magic did. All they did was cloud the paint and make sure LeBron did not get to the rim, which would force him into being a jump shooter, something that was his biggest weakness at this time. Around the time, remember, he was shooting 20% from 3 and barely even cracking 30% from shots outside of the paint. You know what I'm saying? So, and that was due to LeBron thinking he could just athleticize his way to the basket, offensive foul without the ref calling it all his way to the basket, and dunking on people and finishing with layups and all that. You know, he thought he could just, you know, bully ball his way to an NBA championship. And once he found out he couldn't, he ran to Miami and ran into the same problems his first go round. The same problem. And it took this for him to actually develop a jump shot, actually try harder on defense, to actually get better at three-point shooting, to get better at, you know, making space to get open. You know what I'm saying? All other parts of his craft didn't really come alive until he joined Miami, where it was a winning culture. Remember, LeBron joins winning cultures. He doesn't create winning cultures like Michael does. He joins winning cultures. You know what I'm saying? And when those winning cultures don't want to play the way he wants to play, he leaves. Which is why him and Pat Riley butted heads, and he ran back to Cleveland knowing that Kevin Love was going to go over there so he could run things this way, because Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert did not want to lose him again. And before you know it, he lost him again after they traded Kyrie to the Celtics. And speaking of that year, he didn't even take accountability when, in the 2015 finals, he pointed the fingers at David Blatt. Michael Jordan would never point the fingers at his coach. He would always look at what he could do to improve. You know what I'm saying? He would never point the fingers at Phil Jackson, or even the coach that came before him that had him running point guard, because a lot of the guards on that team was drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, in the 2018 finals, he made up this whole story of him having a broken hand. But why wasn't he wearing this cast out there on the court if his hand was broke? Y'all ever think about that at all? I don't think about that. I don't see how this is consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because for a guy to average triple-double in the finals, his hands didn't seem all that broke to me. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? And then when we get to degrees of luck and all of that, You know what I'm saying? On how yeah. Pardon that interruption. But yeah, like we could all get into degrees of luck. We could all get into degrees of luck. You know, people say Jordan only got the 91 fouls because Magic was sick, but Magic was still in the middle of his prime at 30 years old, still averaging the same amount of points he did in seasons prior. You know what I'm saying? So HIV doesn't really limit you physically like that. Not like how a flu would. You know what I'm saying? And furthermore, where I will let people slide is that James Worthy and Byron Scott missed the last game of the finals. I will let that one slide. But you can't say he didn't earn the 93 ring against Barkley. You can't say he didn't earn the 96 ring against Sean Kemp and Gary Payton and the Sonics. You can't say he didn't earn 97 and 98. You know what I'm saying? I will give people 92 and 91 because 92, Arvidas Sabonis was drafted but wasn't allowed to play in America yet because his country was on some BS. So I will give y'all that. I'll give y'all that. You know what I'm saying? But even then, and then look at LeBron's rings. You know, 2012, the lockout happened. You know what I'm saying? Derrick Rose tore his ACL, which made his path to the finals way easier. OKC, namely Russell Westbrook, was turning over the ball. The refs wasn't calling no fouls against the Heat. Kevin Durant was literally by himself because James Harden was shooting bad from the field. You know what I'm saying? 2013, I told you, the Ray Allen shot. Plus, OKC earlier on before the season got started traded away James Harden because they didn't want to pay the luxury tax. So the Thunder were out of it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Coach Pop was being, you know, brain neutral by not having Tim Duncan close out the game. You know what I mean? Everything that could have went wrong for the Spurs went wrong. Wow, everything that would have went right for the Heat went right. 2016, David Lee left in free agency from the Warriors to the Celtics. Draymond Green suspended Game 5. Andrew Bogut missed half of Game 5 and the rest of the finals due to a leg injury. Curry was playing with an MCL sprain. You know what I'm saying? A lot of factors went in Cleveland's favor. And then the bubble ring is self-explanatory. But even then, that Heat team was injured. So, you know, the degree of luck that LeBron had winning his championships way higher than Michael Jordan's. You know what I'm saying? Because I could discount all 4 of LeBron's rings. Were in Michael's case, I could only discount like 2.5 because I say 2.5 because everybody complained about how Jordan pushed off. You know what I'm saying, in the 98 finals. But, you know, it was a different time in basketball, but you can't deny, you know what I'm saying, Jordan being dominant in 97. Like, that dude had the flu. And in 93, he beat MVP Charles Barkley. You know what I'm saying? 96. You know, Gary Payton, yeah, he was playing with a calf injury, but you know, he was still, you know what I'm saying, playing very good ball in that series. The calf injury didn't limit him. You know, most calf injuries, like, you know what I'm saying, they'll only limit you in some areas, but I watched the tapes, man. Gary Payton was still playing very good. You know what I'm saying? Sean Kemp was playing very good. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, versus Curry, you know, his knee, you know, he was playing like ass in Game 7. You know what I'm saying? Furthermore, Curry fouled out one of them games. So that's another thing. That's another way LeBron and Cavs had luck. And another thing I want to say before I end this is that LeBron had, you know, in his losses, which Jordan never had in the finals, remind you, in one of his losses, he went up against the 2017 Golden State Warriors, which had a better record in the playoffs than the 2016 Warriors. So therefore, that negates the argument of LeBron beating the greatest team of all time. Sorry, not sorry. Because the 2017 Warriors swept everybody. until they got to the finals, only losing Game 4 to the Cavaliers. You know what I'm saying? And then like, you know, let's not forget how bad he had a meltdown in the 2011 finals. 17.8 points per game. And fourth quarter stats, you know, not even cracking 10 a game. Michael Jordan has never had a meltdown like that on a big stage like that. Regardless if it was the NBA Finals, the Olympics, or even the NCAA championship. Never had a meltdown like that. Ever. Never had to switch teams to get rings. You know, never had to opportunize an all-star. All-stars were created because of being around him. But yeah, to end this video off, I'm going to just say this list. Top 10 NBA players all time. I got Bron. He's at the bottom. Bron is at the bottom. I got Wilt, Bill, Bird, Shaq, Kobe, Magic. Actually, no. Let me reshuffle that. Bron, Wilt, Bill, Duncan, Bird. Actually, no. I got Duncan above Bird. Bird, Duncan, Shaq, Kobe. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna put Duncan between Kobe and Shaq. Kobe, Magic, Kareem, Jordan. So that's my top 10. One last thing. How many legends has LeBron beaten that retired without a ring because they played against him? I'll give you one. Derrick Rose. Michael Jordan has Reggie Miller, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, John Stockton, Karl Malone, and even Sean Kemp and Charles Barkley. I just named 7. There's probably more. Shoot. We want Mark Price, Craig Elo, and Brad Daugherty on here. We can throw them on here too. So that's 10. Take the facts for what it is. See, NBA players all time. If y'all want to debate that, we can debate that another day. But until then, I'm signing out, y'all. And don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and notification bell and all that. And I'm gonna holla at y'all soon for another list video. Till then, take care, y'all. Deuces. There'll never be another Mike.